Hello and welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia and myself Assistant Professor Harshada Darekar. Students, today we are going to learn a topic from S5 BMMC Module 4, Semester 4, and the subject is Media Laws and Ethics. Today we are going to learn unique features of Constitution. Let us see. We must have seen this page. This is the first page of Constitution of India. What is Constitution? Constitution, in simple words, you can say like it is a book. It is a rule book for our country, and we do follow all the things by the guidance of Constitution. This Constitution is implemented on 26th January 1950. So, what is Constitution? We all know. There are so many characteristics of it and it has its own unique features. Let us see what those are. Indian Constitution is the world's largest constitution. The Indian Constitution contains 395 articles and 12 schedules, making it the world's longest written constitution. Just compare it with the other countries' constitution. If we compare it with other constitutions, we will come to know that India is the only country who has this much big constitution because it contains so many things in it. There are so many things like our duties and what we can do for our country, how our judicial system is. All the things are mentioned in Constitution with the limitations also, and it is given in brief. That is why it has become the largest one. Another is, it is taken from various sources. Before independence, we didn't have any experience of ruling, and after independence, when we implemented our constitution makers have studied so many other countries' constitutions, and then only they have taken all the things from other sources. The Indian Constitution was framed from multiple sources, including the 1935 Government of India Act and other countries' constitution. Let us see. There are so many things which we have taken from other countries. Like fundamental rights, we all have our fundamental rights, and this element we have taken from USA. Parliamentary form of government, we all do follow all these rules, and we have taken this from UK, United Kingdom. Then ideas of liberty, equality and fraternity, जो स्वातंत्र्य, बंधुता, ये सब चीजें हैं, ये हमने फ्रांस की कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से ली है. देन फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, वी हैव टेकन दिस फ्रॉम कैनेडा. डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी, आयरलैंड. सस्पेंशन ऑफ फंडामेंटल राइट्स, जर्मनी. दिस इज नॉट कॉमन सिचुएशन. Suspension of fundamental rights we have taken from the Germany, and this happens only in exceptional cases. There are so many different things and elements which we have taken from other countries also, but for example we have mentioned these few countries. So all these countries and their constitutions have contributed in our constitution making, and because of that it have been so strong, because we have taken so many inspirations from other countries. Then federal system with unitary features. The Indian Constitution includes all the federal characteristics of governance, such as dual government system, like we have central and state government in India. In India, the states did not come together to form the center or union, like in the case of USA, which is the purest form of federation. Rather, for administrative convenience, it is the central that created the states. When India was formed, when our country was formed, we didn't have states. So what happened when states were not formed? When India was formed, the center formed the states. इट मीन्स जब सेंटर तैयार हुआ उसके बाद जो एक एक करके स्टेट्स हैं वो तैयार हुए, जैसे महाराष्ट्र कुछ सालों के बाद हुआ, महाराष्ट्र और गुजरात, अलग अलग जो स्टेट्स हैं वो अभी तक तैयार हो रहे हैं. वी कैन सी दैट सो मेनी स्टेट्स आर फॉर्मिंग टिल डेट. So this is a unique feature. In America it did not happen. In America what happened? All the states were already existing and they came together to form a center. In India it was exactly opposite. Then independent and integrated judicial system. This is a very unique feature of Indian Constitution. In India a single judicial system prevails with the Supreme Court at the top. The state and district high courts and other subordinate courts below and subject to the supervision of the high courts. एक तरीके का पिरामिड हम कह सकते हैं इसको. Subordinate courts, then district courts, then high courts and one at the top Supreme Court. We have 21 high courts in India and they represent each or we can say multiple states sometimes. And above all of these courts, the Supreme Court is on the top. So we cannot go further or beyond the what we can say judgment after the Supreme Court. Another one feature is provisions for the integrated independent judiciary system. Our judiciary system is independent and integrated both at the same time. How is it possible? Because there are some adjustments in that, like appointment of the judges of Supreme Court and High Courts are by collegium system. There is a proper system for that particular selection, so superiority or seniority matters. Then removal of judges in Parliament through an impeachment procedure, that is very difficult to pass. We cannot easily remove them from their post, and that procedure is very complicated and it is very difficult to pass, and it is for the security of their job and they should not get distracted with other what we can say distractions. Supreme Court judges' salaries, pensions and allowances are charged to India's consolidated fund. That is another adjustment or another system we have in our constitution. It is written in that ban on judges practice after retirement, so that they don't get into other things, उनको कोई और चीज encourage ना करे, इसलिए उनको after retirement practice ban है. Then our constitution is a combination of rigidity and flexibility. It is not completely rigid and not too flexible. समय के साथ जो भी चीजें बदलती हैं उसमें हमें हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ बदलाव करने पड़ते हैं, तो हमारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भी ऐसी ही है. द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन स्ट्राइक्स a fine balance between rigidity and flexibility when it comes to ease the modification. Article 368 lies down two types of modification. It is mentioned in the constitution itself how to change the things. First is some provisions may be amended by a special parliamentary majority, and second is some provisions can be amended by special parliamentary majority and with half of the total states ratifying them. So there are two difficult and different things. So it is not that easy and it is not like कि हम उसको change ही नहीं कर सकते हैं, हम उसको समय के साथ शायद बदल भी सकते हैं. उसकी जो procedure है उसको हमें बस follow करना है, and that procedure is not so easy. तो इसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि बार बार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में चेंजेस नहीं कर पाएंगे, लेकिन जब जरूरत है तो हम इसमें जरूर कुछ चेंजेस जो है कर पा सकते हैं. सो दीज आर द फ्यू एलिमेंट्स और फ्यू फीचर्स ऑफ आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड दीज आर इट्स यूनिक इन देमसेल्व्स. इसके साथ ही बहुत सारे एलिमेंट्स हैं जो हम देख पाएंगे कि जैसे हमारे राइट्स भी उसमें ही मेंशन किए गए हैं. उसके ऊपर जो लिमिटेशंस है, वी आर नॉट गिवन अनलिमिटेड राइट्स, देयर आर सम लिमिट्स ऑन आवर राइट्स आल्सो. So all the things are mentioned in our constitution, and that is why it has become the world's biggest constitution. And all these features are representing India, जो इंडिया की एक स्पेशलिटी है, उसको अपना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो रिप्रेजेंट करता है. इवन द प्रियम्बल ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज यूनिक इन इटसेल्फ. It has all the features in that one preamble, and that preamble is only in one sentence. It is written in only one sentence, but if you will read it, you will find that all the important features of constitution, they are mentioned in our preamble also. So this is it for today, and we can see that preamble is very important. If you will read it and if you will study it, you will respect it more. So thank you for today's session. In next session, we will learn another topic. Thank you.